Moving on with the Jodorowsky box set from Arrow, we are on to the second movie, which is El Topo. Now, this one opens spectacularly. We've moved into colour with this. It's a great kind of aspect ratio. We've got all this kind of blood and guts of an opening scene. We are introduced to El Topo, the mole. The sort of main character is this gunslinger dressed in black with his young son riding about with him. He stumbles across this scene of pure utter destruction, a town that has been decimated and all the bodies are lying, and he goes on a quest to kill the people who did this because he has a sense of justice of sorts. And along the way he gets introduced to this idea of taking down these 4 mystical gunmen that live within this desert to prove himself to be the most capable of them all. And as he goes about his quest to gain the love of the women that he's picked up along his adventure, it's a really kind of trippy and weird idea of a movie with some really interesting and stunning visuals along the way. Alejandro Jodorowsky directs, writes, stars, produces, does everything in the movie, and he's a rather cutting figure as our main character. And this is a movie where it's almost 2 halves of a tale. The first half is all set with him on this quest to find these 4 gunslingers, talking to them, dealing with them, finding out things about himself, about them, getting some really kind of esoteric conversations along the way that kind of lead him into ideas about himself. And the second half of the movie is a strange departure from that first half. We follow a man who has been in meditation for a number of years, who's changed dramatically from the character we follow in the first half of the movie, and who has become struck with another kind of quest. It's a quest to free these people that have been abandoned, discarded by society, this group of people who have some things that are not deemed to be as perfect as the regular people and just kind of thrown away. This is his society, and he is on another quest to free these people. And what I really liked was the first half of the movie. I was engaged, I thought it was wonderfully shot, I loved the conversations and the ideas and the way that El Topo cheated his way through all of these encounters with these people, the characters he created, some of the really stunning visuals and the ideas behind it all. Some of the sequences were daring, some of them were shocking and violent and just strange and ethereal, but wonderfully captivated, and with a rather strong narrative that pushed the story forward, which I really liked. The second half of the movie, it takes a turn into weirdness which I couldn't fully connect with, as we're following our character again as he is completely changed from the character that he was. But there is still a strong kind of narrative to it. It's nice to have this kind of movie that feels almost dreamlike in the way it's told, but having a through line throughout it, connecting the images all together. El Topo was really fun. I had a great deal of appreciation for that first half. I loved it. The second half caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting what we got. I felt some of the turns and twists, and its rushed ending was extremely rushed, and it didn't kind of follow through on a lot of the thematics that it was tying throughout the movie. But I still enjoyed it. I still thought El Topo was a wonderful movie to check out. Wonderfully different. Feels like a western, but through the prism of someone like David Lynch almost. It has that kind of twisting, turning, surprising, strange visual element that makes it captivating and makes you think a lot about what you're actually watching. I love the choices of colour, the design, the stark images of this desert, the sort of self-destruction of the character of El Topo. It was all wonderful. And again, it's not a movie that I fully comprehend on a first watch, but but I'm looking forward to go back to a second watch. This is a great movie that I really enjoyed, and I've got a feeling that the second half will be more interesting now that I know the story and I can kind of settle into that a little bit more, I hope. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts on El Topo. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.